Warning you now, I'm reading this off the computer screen, so I'm probably not going to be looking at the camera much, so if that bothers you, don't watch this. Dear Diary, I am sad tonight. I wonder what happened to those girls. The ones who didn't talk to me. The ones who pushed past me. The ones who never saw me but who I studied, wondering how they got there. How did they get so cool? How did they decide one day that heavy black eyeliner was the way to go? I was fascinated with the ones who knew how to perfectly fray a pair of jeans, who knew how to French kiss when I hadn't yet held a hand. I studied them because they knew how to make someone look at them. They knew how to draw attention. I also studied the pure girls. The pure girls only looked pure, but actually wanted to lose as much innocence as was possible on a Wednesday afternoon between the bus ride home and curfew. They were the ones who looked good smoking cigarettes and who hated homework. I thought the more you knew, the sexier you were. How misled I was. How none of that helped that first terrible year of high school, and when I had no idea who I was or who these people were, and they didn't give a fuck about who I was in a small town with people who had known each other forever. And I was on the outside looking in. You miss every school you ever went to. Even when you hated those schools so much you'd cry yourself to sleep every single night. The sound of a school bus will forever make your stomach drop. The smell of pencil shavings brings a lump to your throat. Maybe next time you'll be popular. Maybe people will think you're pretty or that you have the coolest clothes. Maybe they will love you immediately and take you right in. Or maybe they'll hate you and make you sit at the outcast table again. Maybe they'll have other boys pretend to like you and ask you out. And then they'll wait until you say yes. And then I'll start laughing at you in the cafeteria. Even the lunch lady will laugh at you. Because there's no way a boy was actually asking you out, and she leads a sad, lonely life, and her only entertainment is watching children be horrible to each other. Later you think, look at it this way. At least it's made you this funny, friendly person. You're the life of every party now. They just don't know that I'm scared they all secretly hate me. My life so far isn't going to make much of a movie. That's something I've thought about a lot lately. If my life were a movie, how would I want it to end? Does someone swoop in and carry me off into the sunset? Does anyone have to? Can I be the swooper? Why do I have to wait to be chosen? I hate that I feel this way. I hate breaking down, shutting down, just because I have nobody around to keep me up. When will I be good enough to be chosen? When do I get to choose? And why does everyone go away? See, she wasn't my closest friend lately, just a girl in my social circle. Now she was someone who had moved up on the social ladder of life. Well, I was still a few rungs down below. Someone was in love. Another person. Someone who was not me. The hum in my head turned into a murmur, then sizzled into a loud, vibrating buzz. I hated the feeling of dread weighing down my arms, the heaviness making my stomach feel so empty. I hated it because I never expected to feel it. I didn't think I was that kind of girl. I'm not the kind of girl who defines her personal status and self-worth by the length and quality of her relationships. Or, at least, that's what I thought about myself before I picked up the phone to hear her good news. Then I was flooded with jealousy of another person getting picked first. It wasn't that I needed a lover to prove I was worth something. I just hated being second. Or last. God, don't let me be last. The spinster, the old maid, Auntie Em with cats. I don't have to be next, but please, please, please don't let me be last. I feel silly for getting this upset. When will I actually be as strong as I give myself credit for? When will I feel as independent as I act? When will it be my turn? See, I just want it to be okay for me to feel this way. Love always, Emily. I'm not the kind of girl who defines her personal status or self-worth by the length and quality of her relationships. Or at least, that's what I thought about myself before I picked up the phone to hear her good news. Then I was flooded with jealousy of another person getting picked first. I wasn't second or last, God. I hated being second or last. Oh, shit. I screwed up.